Hello everybody, welcome to this year's plush collection, and this time we're going to be starting over from the beginning, and hopefully it won't be too long, but of course we're going to start with the main Mr. Video Game himself, Mario, but we're not starting with this Mario plushie. We're actually starting with this one, the old Kelly toy Mario, which was actually my first ever Mario plushie to be exact. But I never got a chance to use him, and plus he's very old. He doesn't have one of his hair or things, and he has a hole in between his neck or something. And so that's why I got this new one when I bought him from a shop a while back. He was only very cheap too, like $3 I think. And now we can get into the main Mario, the 2010 Cine A original Super Mario set at Mario. I've been using this ever since the beginning, apparently. Well, I mean there was some before him, but we'll get into that. He's pretty good, although I feel like he's not a bit red as much as he used to be. Well, it's probably because I used him so many times, and yeah, I mean, he is the oldest Mario I have. Then again, and I don't even know. Now we can get on to the other Marios with this little keychain Mario that I had for a very long time. I used this Mario before that Mario on a different channel. That I can no longer access. So yeah. And also I have the All-Star Mario, but I don't use this one because it actually has a removable hat. Yeah, just like that Richie guy, I also cut off Mario's hat so that way I can do that. And so there you go. Now we can get into the powers. So I have Fire Mario and the All-Star Fire Mario. Although I feel like something's wrong with this, like a bit of stitching's coming off of him, but I don't really use him as much. Plus, I think this Mario was a gift from a friend. Well, this Mario was a gift from, like, I don't know, the Easter Bunny or something. Then next up, we have Tanuki Mario from the Mario 3D Land. He even has the tag for it. So yeah, I think this was also a birthday present, since, well, I found Squirrel Scoot Mario at a Best Buy. He even has the tag for it. Yeah, it's kind of weird how this is the only plush from the new Mario U set that I have, and it's weird how it stands, you know. Oh. Next up, I have this Penguin Mario. It was only, like, super cheap at a comic book store. It was only, like, $1 or something. And it's from the world of Nintendo. So, also, I have this big old cat Mario. Yes, it was a gift from a friend. And I don't have the normal size Mario. But, and last, well, maybe not last, but I also have Dr. Mario, from the Dr. Mario World set, apparently. I don't know what that game is anyway. I think it was like a failed mobile game or something. Then, I mean, look at him. He has everything. He even has some full hair. Even holding a pill too. Ooh, that's just crazy. Before moving on to Luigi, let me show you my original Baby Mario plushie. This is the Baby Mario plushie I used since the beginning of the channel. He's the World of Nintendo plushie, so, yeah. Now, I don't know if they sell those anymore. Probably have to get them from the secondhand market. And also, I have the new All-Stars Baby Mario. He even has the tag, although it's kind of worn. I don't know if I should cut it off, though. Considering the fact that it's, well, collector stuff. So, yeah, this is the new Baby Mario that I use in my videos from now on. Although, I kind of want to see these two, like, interacting with each other or something. Maybe in a future video or something. So there's all the Mario plushies. Let's move on to Luigi. First up is actually my first ever Luigi, the Kelly toy Luigi. Yeah, you probably remember him from forgotten plush tuber. I don't know, he's long gone. But he's still around, just not the same, I don't want to bring up anything anymore. So let's move on to the Cine Super Mario series Luigi. Just like Mario, I had him for a very long time. I actually got him from an old store that shut down a long time ago. he still lives up to this very day. Although he's pretty different from any other Luigi's from the same line. Mostly like the color green would be a lot lighter or something. And this one's more dark green. Next up, we have a keychain Luigi. Just like the Mario, I had this for a very long time on a channel that I was forgotten about. Oh, I don't have access to, yada yada yada. And also, I have 2 Fire Luigis. Why 2? Well, I was originally supposed to customize one of them to something else, so I might want to get it to around that eventually. Next up, I also have a Tanuki Luigi, but then again, I don't know. It's people say it's more of a fox or something. I don't know, what do they call it, Kitsune or something? And but it doesn't matter, because let's show you off the original Baby Luigi, just like Baby Mario. I also had him for a very long time until I replaced him with the All-Star Luigi, which is strangely more darker green compared to this one, which is a lighter green. Alright, so now that we're done with the Mario characters, I think we should move on to the other Marios. Starting with Yoshi. Now, this Yoshi is actually my first ever Yoshi, although I think he might be a fake, but I don't know if I want to get a new one, since I don't really use Yoshi in my newest videos. I mean, I don't really know what to do. Well, besides, getting more Yoshis means more opportunity for, like, background characters, like this, I think it's the Goldie Yoshi. He doesn't have any nostrils. I don't know why he doesn't have any nostrils. I think they came off or something. And also, I have this Yoshi. I think I remember, I don't know what company made him. What was it? Good Stuff. Apparently, it's made by Good Stuff. And I recognize this Yoshi as the one from the Magical Mario Bros. Show. Oh, and actually, this is actually a gift by someone. And I wonder how they're doing anyway. I hope they're doing well. And moving on, I also have this other green Yoshi, which is strangely more greener than in this one. I don't get why. Now, moving on to something more colorful, I have this little pink Yoshi. I think it's also a fake, but I don't really know. I think it was a gift by someone, but I can't remember. At least I have actual official ones like this red Yoshi here, or from the Super Mario set. Although it's missing its tag or something. I don't know why. It must have fell off. And I also have this blue Yoshi. I plan on using this blue Yoshi for future things. I tell you, it was hard to get something like this. I had to go on Mercari or something. And don't ask why. I also have a black Yoshi. Yeah, a black Yoshi. Don't question this whole thing. Yeah, I don't want to move on. Let's just move on. So, moving on from Mario and his friends, I think maybe it's best we move on to Bowser right now. So, here is my original Bowser. He was a gift to me by one of my teachers back in school. Well, don't ask how. Anyway, he is a bootleg, and he has a bit of a hole in his shell, but that doesn't matter right now, because I got this new Bowser, the All-Stars Bowser. You can tell by the tag. He is actually pretty cool. Well, he was a gift to be one of my friends, actually. So, that's pretty cool about it. And also, I have a variant Bowser, the Dry Bowser. I think I used him before I got the All-Star Bowser. And he's pretty interesting. He has, like, red stuff and stuff. I also have the bootleg Bowser Jr. plushie. This was based off the 2010 Bowser Jr. And it's probably going to be impossible to find the official one since it is rare. Although, I don't know, they don't use him anymore. But yet he's still going for high price. Well, I mean, other YouTubers use him, but I don't know. People went after that one because of reasons. At least I got the All-Stars Bowser Jr. He looks pretty cool, actually. I mean, sure, he does stand and stuff for some reason. But hey, he does look pretty cool. I'll give him that. It's because I don't have that many, actually. So here we have the Goldie Toad. I think he's the Goldie Toad. But it's weird how he's the only one who managed to stay good for all these years. Although he doesn't feel that soft like he used to. I mean, he had this problem where his vest was coming off, but it doesn't matter anyway. And next up, I have the main man, Blue Toad. This is the Toad I use for all my videos. And I also have Yellow Toad. I don't really use them as much as I used to. I was thinking of planning for it, but nothing really came out of this. Probably because I can't really think of new ideas nowadays. Oh well, hopefully in the future. And next up we have Toadette, the only female Toad. It's weird how she was only made until the All-Stars collection came out. You know, there was a bootleg of her out there, but I don't feel like I need to get that one anyway. And last but not least, Captain Toad. You know, from the video game. And he has this little headlight thing, and his outfit, and even his big old backpack that's too heavy for him to even make him jump. So there you go. Wait, I just forgot. Here is the All-Stars Luigi that also has a removable hat. Yeah. So, yeah, I forgot to put him in there. So, in you go. So, moving on to more miscellaneous Mario characters, we have the Wario Brothers. Wario and Waluigi. Alrighty then. And, shut up, Wayne. Just sit down, Wayne. And next up, we have Donkey Kong. I think this is a bootleg of Donkey Kong based off the Mario Party 5 plushie. And Diddy Kong, which is from the All-Stars collection. Yeah, here's the tag. There you go. Although his hat keeps coming up too much, I think I need to fix that. So I thought maybe we could start with the princesses with Princess Peach. It's kind of ironic what happened to her in the last episode of Total Drama, but no spoilers. I recommend that you check out the series before getting into this whole thing. At least I got the All-Stars Daisy and the All-Stars Rosalina, which is kind of ironic. I think this was the original Mario Party 5 Peach, but it's so worn, I can't tell if it's real or not. I don't really need to figure it out. I want to get the All-Stars Peach anyway. Anyway, these ones are pretty cool, although I haven't really done any much with Rosalina, and I only used Daisy a few times, I think. I don't 100% know what happened. And I also have Baby Peach and Baby Daisy. Yeah, I think I only used them for like one video, and it was like for the Pokemon stuff. We'll get into that when we get into that anyway. Next up, I have Polterpup from Luigi's Mansion 2. Although, I don't get why Luigi's Mansion 3 doesn't have, like, you know, a subtitle. Maybe they just couldn't figure out one. And yet they come up one for Luigi's Mansion 2. Well, I guess it makes more sense since the plot revolves around a dark moon thing. I don't even know how that works. And Birdo. Yeah, I don't need to go through the whole Birdo gender thing. I'm just referring to it as a female anyway. Also, we have a mushroom, some squishy little thing, a star, which is a carnival prize, and a warp pipe. Yeah, just a warp pipe. Now, I thought we start with the Koopalink. Started off with the most recent one I actually got this year, Larry. Now, people say that Larry's like the youngest of the Koopalinks. I don't know if that's true or not, and I don't really know 100% in their age order, but I don't even know. Oh, I don't really care, because I thought it was always like, you know, Lemmy being the youngest. Now, since he's all small and stuff, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I always thought about him as being childish. And I also have Iggy. Now, Iggy and Lemmy, I don't know. I remember somewhere that they said they were twins or something, but I don't see that 100%. And also, there's a problem with Iggy's wand. Yeah, I might need some fabric glue or something to fix that problem. I'll get into that probably next year. Next up, we have Morton. The big guy out of the group. I don't know if it's him or Roy. I don't know what goes on. And he also has a movable mouth, just like what Richie does. But it doesn't matter. I haven't really gotten plans to use him. But I also have Wendy Koopa, the only female of the group, which is weird. But then again, and it's, I don't know, what do they call it? The Smurfette principle or something? Well, it doesn't matter or what it is. But I also have Ludwig, or I don't know, how do you pronounce it? Is it Ludwig? Larry? What am I saying? Anyway, and last but not least, Roy. Now, Roy is my only Koopalink that is a bootleg, because I found him at a thrift shop, and he was very cheap, only like $5, I think. So yeah, that is all the Koopalings. So moving on, we have Bowser's minions. So I thought we'd start off with this Piranha Plant Puppet I have. Yeah, I only used it like for a few hands, like the Mario and Luigi series, and that one episode of Mario's Adventures, or at school, you know. Well, it's weird how we didn't really focus on him, but then again, I was trying to be diverse or something. So let's start off with the most iconic enemy, the Goomba. Now this is the Super Mario set at Goomba, which the rest I'm gonna come up as the All-Stars plushies, like the Koopa Troopas. You know, this one is the green one and it's plain, and this one's the Paratroopa. It has a red shell and has wings. Yeah, they're both from the All-Star collection. I was thinking about making them characters, but I don't know if I want to get into that right now. So moving on from the Koopa Troopas, we have their undead cousins, the Dry Bones. I think this was more recently. I don't know when I got this. I can't remember, but I do remember getting this. And speaking of undead, we have the Boos from also from the All-Stars collection. It's weird how they're the only ghost characters to appear, or well, technically. I don't know, they also appeared in Luigi's Mansion. No other Mario-related things have appeared besides these things. I mean, there was Bowser, but I don't feel like getting into that detail, or be corrected. And also we have the Bullet Bill. Well, I mean, yeah, it's literally a bullet with eyes and arms. Moving on. Next up, we have Kamek, or Magic Koopa, as you call him. I don't know. Well, I might use him more in future videos. I mean, he's usually like Bowser Jr.'s sidekick or something. Anyway, next up, Blooper. Basically the only fish creature I have. Yeah, I think I used him for like the Zelda video. I used him for a Zelda video instead of a Mario-related thing. But hey, I need to at least use some sort of fish. Next up, Chain Chomp. Yep, it's just a ball with a chain. No, it's not really a real chain. I know there's a plushie out there with like that, but it has an open mouth and a real chain, and I think it's a bootleg. So moving on, we have the Bomb, which is just a bomb with eyes and legs. Yeah, and also a wind-up key thing. I mean, what is it, a toy? I mean, if it wasn't, it'll probably get recalled very quickly. And, I think last up we have the Shy Guy. The Shy Guy. I don't know. I mean, I remember seeing him in the Magical Mario Bros. I think they killed him off or something. I don't know. I don't really watch their new brand of showbiz now. But, anyway, moving on. And so, this is all of my Mario plushies. And geez Louise, do I have a good chunk of them. I mean, there's no telling how much I have probably like maybe 50 or 25. Maybe 30, I don't know. I don't feel like counting. I mean, maybe in the editing, I don't know. Anyway, I guess we gotta move on to Sonic the Hedgehog. So going to Sonic, we will start with my very first Sonic plushie, the Jazzware Sonic plush. I mean, I only used him for like an original character, so I didn't really use him as the Sonic, which I used this for the Sonic, which is, I don't know what company made this. I remember it used to be a keychain or something. I remember he used to have something on his head. I used him from the beginning of the channel, but eventually I had to replace him. But I replaced him with two different plushies. Like the Itomi's modern Sonic plushie. Yeah, I used him for a very long time. Although I feel like he's not really as soft as he used to be. I don't know if I should use him again, considering the fact that it's been like years. And plus, I don't think they sell those things anymore, or since Tomy is not the master toy partner anymore. Well, I do use a Tomy Sonic, but it's the 25th anniversary classic Sonic. Yeah, since it doesn't really have much posability, really, and plus, I mean, it's pretty basic, and plus it kind of scales well. I also have the funny, Kid Robot Sonic. I don't really use him. I just got him for a Christmas gift. But, I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt to collect stuff, you know? Well, I mean, I did use this Sonic in a few videos. The Great Eastern's new modern Sonic plushie. I still have his tag, although it's kind of damaged. It's, like, from the 30th anniversary. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, I don't know if I'll use him as the main one, since, I don't know, he's kind of bigger compared to all my other plushies. Now, I also have the Great Eastern Super Sonic. Yep, it's basically that. at Great Eastern Supersonic. And Tommy's Classic Supersonic. I'm surprised I was able to get it. I think it was super cheap too. I also have the Jakks Pacific Movie Sonic. It even still has the tag. And I also have the Baby Sonic, which is very interesting. I'll give you that. Okay, now moving on from Sonic, we have his best friend and #1 sidekick, Tails. But oh geez, he doesn't look too good. This is actually the Great Eastern Entertainment Sonic X Tails. He was actually my first Tails plushie, but an incident happened and now he's ruined. If you guys know where to get a new one and maybe you can give it to me, please let me know. I really wish I could just replace this little guy. Well, at least I got this new Great Eastern Tails. Although I think he might have a bit of a problem right now, but I'll deal with that in the future. Hopefully he won't end up like my old Tails. I think it's right to talk about the Tommy Modern Tails. It was just like Sonic. I used him for a few videos, although he had a bit of problem with his bangs as well. Well, at least he doesn't. At least the 25th anniversary Tails doesn't have that problem since, well, they have stitchings, meaning it won't fall off as easily. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't do that for this one. Although the tails are a bit different. One's curved, one's there. And yeah, crazy how I use this one more than that one. And next we have 2 Great Eastern Entertainment Classic Tails. Why do I have 2? Well, I have plans to customize one of them. Maybe both of them, actually. We'll see in the future. And last but not least, but I don't know, we're still in the mix. It's this Keychain Tails, which was originally supposed to play sound, but now the voice boxes are probably just dead. Now, moving on from Sonic and Tails, we have the tough guy, Knuckles. Wait, you don't look so tough. Well, this is actually the Kelly toy Knuckles. This was actually my first Knuckles. I used him from the beginning of this channel. He's kind of he's kind of skinny and has squiggly legs. Well, at least I upgraded him to this Knuckles, the 25th anniversary Knuckles. He's the only Knuckles who doesn't really have a modern plushie right now, but I don't think I have time to get modern Knuckles anyway. Although I kind of did with this one. I think it's Toy Factory Knuckles. I don't remember, or I know it was a Carnival prize, but I didn't really use him. I don't know if I have plans to use him anyway. Now we have Shadow. Although Shadow doesn't really get much video, although I do have the Kelly toy Shadow. No, he was my first ever Shadow plushie. But then I moved on to this one, some bootleg Shadow, which has tape on his leg because some stuffing was coming out, kind of like the Super Plushie Bros Mario. And the most recent Shadow, this Shadow, a Keychain Shadow that was given to me by a friend. But most recently, I actually got the Super Shadow from Great Eastern, although he's still in the packaging. Before moving on to Amy, I forgot to mention I've had this bootleg Shadow that was given to me by a friend, and this bootleg version of the 2012 Cine Tails. Yeah, so moving on. Now for Amy, I don't really have that many Amy plushies, so I only have like this Kelly toy Amy, which was my first Amy, and the Great Eastern Amy. With that I use, well, I don't really use Amy much. I might use her for like future videos, but who knows? I don't know when. Okay, then here's the 25th anniversary Eggman / Robotnik plushie. I don't really use him as much. That's probably the reason why he looks kind of more shiny, I think. And I also have the Tommy Modern Metal Sonic plushie, which is, the only Metal Sonic plushie and the only Tommy Modern plushie I use. Alright then, so moving on to the other Sonic characters. Here we have Silver, Cream the Rabbit, Blaze the Cat, Sticks the Badger. It's crazy how I found on the official Sticks. And lastly, a Dark Chow and a Jade Wisp. Now we're on to Pokemon, starting off with my very first Pokemon plush, which happens to be Pikachu, the mascot of the series. I also have a duplicate don't ask questions. Also have a small keychain Pikachu and Detective Pikachu. Although I think this might be a bootleg. Like I seen in the official one, it looks more fuzzy. But I also have the pre-evolved Pikachu, Pichu, and the evolved form of Pikachu, Raichu. Oh yeah, I also have this, a 20th anniversary Pikachu that kind of looks like a shiny Pikachu. I also have the main man who owns that little rat, Ash Ketchum. Mainly the one from the Kalos region, version. But he has a bit of an issue with his arm, has a bit of a hole in it. I hope I can stitch that back up. It's kind of crazy. For so long, Ash has been the main character for like, what, 20 to 25 years or something like that. And now he's like no longer the main character. He's retired. I mean, we might see him again. Probably not for another few years. I'm just hoping that new series with those new main characters are doing well anyway. I mean, then again, it is Pokemon. I also forgot this Christmas hat wearing Pikachu, so let's move on. Now we're on to some starter Pokemon, starting with the one that everyone seems to choose the most, Charmander. But more specifically a keychain Charmander, because that was way before I got this one, which is a Pokemon Fit / Sitting Cuties Charmander. But that doesn't mean I also don't have a Charmeleon. Yeah. And also an old Charizard plushie from the 90s. I think it's made by a Hasbro or something. Then I can't remember. What was it? Was it Hasbro or something else? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. And speaking of Charizard, I have this big old Charizard Carnival plushie. I don't know where to put him. I'll just put him to the side. Next we have Bulbasaur and an old Ivysaur, which is made by the same company as the Charizard. Why I get this old one? Well, it's because I couldn't find one on the Pokemon Center. Well, technically it was sold out. Also, I have a Squirtle keychain. Hey. Next up, I have a Trico and its evolution, a Grovyle. I don't have a Sceptile, and it's kind of weird. Considering the fact that Grovyle is supposed to be bigger than Trico, it's kind of weird seeing the opposite unfold. Well, you know, maybe I might get the Sitting Cuties Trico just to be safe. Next up, we have Chimchar and Oshawott, both made by the same company, and they were both in the same little box, actually. Actually, they were made by Tomy. It's just like my Pikachus. Well, not all my Pikachus. Next up, I have a Sitting Cuties Piplup. Next up, I have the Kalos starters, Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie. Although, Froakie more looks fake, and I'm not sure about Fennekin, but Chespin's real. Might want to replace those two, though. Next, I have Litten, which is the only Alola starter plushie I have, but that doesn't mean I have the keychain variants of Populo and Litten. And I had to find this one in a GameStop, and I had to find this one on eBay. And last but not least, I have the Galar starters with Grookey. Yeah, the little grass monkey. Score Bunny, the little bunny with soccer feet. And Sobble, the little, what is it, a chameleon, a lizard or something? I don't know, I haven't looked up its Pokédex entry, probably because I don't own that Pokemon right now. Alright, next up we have the Eevee, and soon we'll get into the other Eeveelutions, or whatever they call themselves, just Eeveelutions. Here's Jolteon, this is one of those Pokemon Fit ones, Espeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, well, technically a Pokédoll Glaceon, and I think it's a bootleg. And the most recent one, and Sylveon. Alright then, time to move on to some other Pokemon, such as another Hasbro Pokemon plushie, this time of a Jigglypuff. And, Meowth, you know, the one who can talk or something. Meowth, that's right. No need to do that right now. Also got a Hypno. Oh, you know, the one that can hypnotize people. You know, I mean, that story's old, but hey, I just recreated for that one episode. A Dratini? A little dragon, snake, serpent looking thing. A Dragonair, another one of these things. Things. A Wobbuffet. You know, another member of those Team Rocket things. This Zubat, I don't know where it's from. The tag is, like, destroyed. A Riolu. Unfortunately, I don't have a Lucario. But hey, it can still do. Well, maybe. A Fletchling. Although I'm wondering if it's bootleg. I don't even know anymore. And a Noibat. I also have this Wooloo plushie. Just found him at one of those special gas station places. And, oops. And 2 Pokeball plushies. One's actually crocheted or something. Next up is some legendary Pokemon, but I don't really have that many, but I think we can start with a highlight. This old Mewtwo plushie from the 90s. What's so special about this one in particular? Well, it's actually autographed by Jay Goad, the voice of Mewtwo from the first movie. I also have a Poké doll of Mewtwo that was given to me by my sister on one Christmas. And last but not least, Ho-Oh. Why Ho-Oh? Well, I mean, if you saw it at the end of the first episode, you would probably want a plushie of him. So, moving on to the other plushies that have less than what I have right now, we have Link. You know, he was like the main character of one of my series, and he's like usually one of those secondary characters. I mean, I don't know, do you consider Link a secondary character in the skits and other series videos? I don't know, let me know. And also we have Zelda, a little Toon Zelda. And, you know, Link was Toon Link. Yeah, pretty much. And Breath of the Wild Link. The one that wears the blue tunic instead of green. I mean, there's a new game out, but I don't want to get too far in. Next up, we have some Star Fox. Mainly my first ever Fox McCloud plushie. I don't really use Fox much in my videos these days, but maybe I will in the future. But I also have a duplicate Fox with tag. Why do I have a duplicate? Well, it was the only way to get this Falco plushie. You know, Falco was like hard to find these days. And well, I mean, he still has tag actually. That's actually a good thing, you know. And last but not least, Peppy. Shame they didn't make Slippy though, but although I'm pretty sure people would eat Slippy up because, I don't know, I feel like Slippy's like one of those characters you don't really like or something. I don't know, do people really not like Slippy? Just let me know. Next up is Bendy, mainly the Bendy that has a bit of sun-faded. This is usually my main Bendy, but I don't really use Bendy as much. I mean, I also have a duplicate Bendy, but, you know, it's the white variant, you know, probably the original. Why don't we use this one? I don't even know, I can't remember. I also have Boris. Yep, Boris the Wolf, or whatever he is. I mean, I don't have the Alice Angel character, but, I don't really know if I'm going to need that anytime soon. Next up is the Animal Crossing characters, starting off with my main one, Isabelle, mainly the new leaf attire. Here. I usually just use her most of the time. I do have this, the New Horizons attire, or Isabelle, complete with tag. And I think it's the Japanese tag. I don't really use her, but if you guys want me to, just let me know. I mean, I don't really want to damage it too much anyway. Okay. Well, at least I have the other characters like Tom Nook. Yeah, Timmy, Jimmy, whatever you call him. I don't think he really has a nickname anyway. Well, I mean, I also have his new leaf attire. Yeah, complete with tag and everything. Yeah, it's crazy how you can just get this stuff. I can't remember, was it? Yeah, I think it was at that game store. Next up, we have KK Slider, the guitarist. It's weird how he's just, you know, has a plushie of some sitting thing. Well, it doesn't matter. I also have Rover, the guy who greets you on the train, always asking you so many questions. I don't really remember as much as him. Probably because he's not really being used in the new game, New Horizons. I don't know where he is anyway. I don't think I want to find out anyway. I also have Brewster, the guy who works at the cafe. He's a pretty interesting character. He looks very interesting. I tell you, the method of finding him is weird. Or you have to get, like, Cap'n to get you to find him. I also have this, monkey guy. I can't remember his name, but, I know he works at the train in New Leaf or something. Next up, I have Fauna, this little deer character. I also have Bunny, a little bunny character. Kix, the guy who runs the shoe shop. You know the one. I also sell backpacks. And, I think his name's Cap'n. I mean, I know he runs in some sort of boat. And, Cyrus. I don't have the other one, though, fortunately. Next up, FNAF plushies, starting with Freddy. It's crazy how I got him, and I didn't get the rest until much later. But speaking of the rest, here's Bonnie. You know, the little bunny with the bow tie. Hey, you know, it's kind of weird. A different plushie of Bonnie doesn't have his tail, which is weird enough as it is. Next up, we have Chica, Foxy. You know, you ever notice that his nose kind of looks like a skull? Roxanne. Huh, even her nose looks like a skull. Glamrock Chica. And Vanny. Why do I have 3 security e-breach plushies? Don't ask questions. Next up is Splatoon with Inkling Girl and Inkling Boy. It's interesting that they come with their blasters, so that way you can just play shooters with them. Next up, I have the Squid Duo, Callie and Marie. Although they kind of got worn over the years, especially since that part's being split. Might need some fabric glue or something. And I don't know about this, but I also have some duplicates. It's, you know, just because they're looking better. I mean, I would fix up the old ones, but I don't know if I can fix up, you know, the shiny parts, since it seems impossible. I also have the Squid and Octoling duo, Pearl and Marina. Yeah, I mean, Marina also has a tag, too. But, Pearl did, but, I don't know what happened to it. I'd have thrown away anyway. I mean, there are the newer ones of those new, what are they called, the deep cuts. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to get them right now. I mean, there's already too many plushies, as you can see, anyway. And last for the Splatoons, a Squid plushie, which is very squishy. It's a shame I only got the pink one. I mean, I know there's a pink Inkling out there, but, I was thinking of getting maybe the blue or the orange ones. If I ever think about getting the pink Inkling and maybe the green one, let me know. Or wait, why am I telling you this? You know, moving on. Next up, I have Cuphead and his pal, Mugman. Remember when that was a thing? I know that meme's probably dead, but hey, memes can just be, like, memories, you know? Moving on. Next up, I have the Devil and King Dice. Yeah, and King Dice is actually tagged. That's actually pretty cool. I don't have the others, though, but I don't feel like I need to get them anyway. Next up, we have Kirby. This is my first ever Kirby plushie. I think it's from the Kirby's Adventures thing. I don't know why it was called that. I know it was made by Cine, but it has a different for manufacturer or whatever. It's probably the distributors. And I also have the All-Star Kirby. I think I'll be using this guy from now on, especially since I have a plan for Kirby in the future. Next up, I have Waddle Dee. Yep, that orange thing, you know. And also, I have Dee. Yeah, Dee. Although I would like to get the one where he's holding his hammer. Oh, come on! I can hold a hammer. Well, the plush is built with the hammer. Aw, man. Same thing goes with Meta Knight. Although he does have a sword, it's morely in the sheath thing. I would like to get the one where he's holding the sword. I mean, that would be cool. Well, that would be much easier to make fight scenes, you know? I do not live up to his expectations. Hey, you still do. I just think that's... you holding the sword would be cool. It's weird that I even sound like a Mexican. Next up is Kirby's weird enemies. Frenemies? I don't know what they are, but here is Marks. Marks, you know that guy. From Superstars. I have plans for him soon. Next up I have Magalore. Or, you know, that little space nugget person with that ship thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird that the twist that he's a villain at the end. At least it's not the same for Taranza. You know, he's like someone who's working for a villain, but eventually just works with Kirby. And I guess it's the same thing with Susie. Well, I mean, in the game you can actually fight her. Or unlike Taranza, I think. I can barely remember if you actually fight Taranza. I don't think you do. I also have a duplicate of her. Just don't ask questions. Next up, we have my first ever Angry Bird. This was like one of those carnival prizes, actually. Well, at least I got the better red bird. Yep, here we are. I also got the blue bird. It's kind of weird that he has eye bags. I also kept this on because, I don't know, there's no other Hanks thingy like this in the world. Also got the yellow one, or Chuck is that he calls himself or something. Also got the white one. I think its name is Patilda or something. I don't know. I don't need to know about its gender thing. And a pig. I only got a generic pig. I don't have the one with the helmet or the mustache or the king one. I always thought it was a queen. All right, next up is the Fire Emblem characters but most of them are a bag like Marth, or Lucinia, or whatever her name is, Ike, and Corin. Well, the exception is actually Roy, because he came first before all of the rest, so yeah, pretty much. Next up is Pikmin, starting off with the main character, Olimar, which I got recently. I think it was for Easter, actually. It would be crazy if I owned that old one that has chipped away paint or whatever it is, but at least I have all three Pikmin, red, yellow, and blue. I'd like to get the other ones, but maybe it's best to save them for later. Here's a Kid Robot Crash Bandicoot. Same goes for his sister Coco. I also have a bagged Cortex. Reason why he's bagged? I haven't really used them anyway. Speaking of Crash, I also have Spyro. Well, I don't really use them much, but it's best to have them before anything happens, you know? Next up is Banjo-Kazooie. I think it's one of those little things. Probably the same ones that made my Parappa. And speaking of which, here he is. I had him for a very long time. And I think there's like a newer version with a different colored hat or something. I don't even know. And next up we have Pac-Man. He used to be like, have a voice box, but it no longer works. I know there's ones with limbs, but I think that's gonna have to wait until later. Here. And Mega Man! I don't really use him as much. I mean, I did use him for the Mario and Luigi series, but I don't know. Well, I just used that for a contrast for Sonic. I also have Maxwell from Scribblenauts. I only used him a few times, but that was mainly for a side character or background character. I also have Piggy from that one video. I know that game is practically down in the graves, but I'm pretty sure it's best to hit the showers first before doing anything. Yeah, before moving on to the customs, here's a box Ender Dragon with bendable wings, and also a voice box. Next up is the custom characters. I think it's important to start off with the main character of the Pokemon series. His name is Nathan. He's actually a custom from the Outside Island Link. Although I think I should fix up his outfit. Next up is his rival. I call him Zach, which is basically just my first ever Link. I might want to get a new one, so that way I can display my first ever Link. And also I have a female rival for him. Her name is April, named after the month I was born in. And I think I should also fix up her outfit as well. I also have a custom Goombario, which is basically just a Goomba with a hat on. Although I think I should fix it, Oh, it's, I haven't even sewn it on yet. See? I should really get on with that. Next up, I have these, Superstar Mario and Luigi. I don't know. I kind of just sewed on fabric onto the All-Stars ones. I think I want to start over from the beginning after this. Well, at least I have better ones, like this one, based off of Uncle Chuck. Sonic's uncle from the cartoons. And also, Oh, this one, which is Sonia from that one cartoon that nobody really cares about. Oh, also, last but not least, custom stars. Yeah, reason? Well, I need different colors anyway. Although I think I should do better next time. Also, last but not least, I hope, is this custom of Ness from Earthbound. I know there's an official one out there, and I think I want to get that one someday. But this is all I got. And so, these are all of my video game plushies. Jeez, I don't feel like I need to go through a little more of them. So, yeah. There's like so many of them. Probably like 1,000. I don't even know if they're all fin thumbnails, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter. I think I'm just gonna take it no matter what. So anyway, I think maybe after this I should probably take a break, but after the New Year's video and maybe making a few more other things. So anyway, see you for the New Year's video. Oh, bye.